Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you my first ever Sassy Girl Aroma haul. So this is a new to me vendor. Despite that, I kind of went all out and I have maybe about 3 or 4 more orders coming in, and I'm tempted to place another one, but I need to stop myself because this is a little bit too much. So I did open the box just to make sure everything is there. There is a packing slip. I have heard from people that they sometimes include the person who packed your order, perhaps, but mine just lists everything that I ordered, which that's really good. So I placed this order May 11th and I got this box yesterday when I'm filming June 24th. So one thing about Sassy Girl Aroma, if you're unfamiliar with, or maybe I'm not familiar with, clearly I'm a new customer, is that I highly recommend you join the Facebook group, because as someone who refuses to open up a Facebook account, on the website, it's not really clear when the orders ship and how long that's going to take. Through other people who I follow in the wax community, I believe Summer Michelle and Terry from Terry Smell Goods, I'll have their videos linked up because I think they did a really good job explaining it. The only thing is that the turnaround time wasn't listed on the website, and oddly enough, I couldn't find exactly how much the wax weighs. I believe I got that from Summer Michelle. I think she said it was around 6.7, but I'm sure it'll be listed on the wax pieces itself. So yeah, I think rule of thumb is, at least for me, if you're someone who is into wax and doesn't have a Facebook account, which I think that's pretty rare, is I just go based off of people's hauls. I'm like, okay, they ordered on this date, they're getting their haul. That means maybe within like 2 weeks, mine will ship out. At least that's how I did it. Yeah, so it also doesn't say like when the pre-order closes and like when the next one opens. So that's the only thing. I have a lot of wax candles and stuff, so I was impressed to get this box right away is what I'm trying to say. So going back to the order, here is how it came I guess looking like. I did receive a sample, thank you. This one is lavender water. This is a pretty decent size. I don't know if I should try it in my Scentsy warmer. I only have one that's 25 watts. I got that from a giveaway from my friend Emily the candle nurse. She also has her own wax business. Or if I should try my tea light, or if I should try my hot plate. So this will be fun. Ooh, this smells really clean. I like it that the lavender isn't too intense. It does smell like soothing, slightly herbal lavender. It's not necessarily like the sweet lavender you would find in what do you call it, in like the Bath and Body Works, the lavender marshmallow. I'm getting this like ozonic ocean breeze, ocean air. It also leans slightly laundry type. I'm getting a little bit of like that powdered smell. I really like this one. I'm happy because every time I see lavender, I get a little bit worried that it's going to be too herbal. So here are the packing peanuts. Let me quickly just move everything to the side. My box came really well packaged, if you can see, so no casualties. And even if like some of these break, I don't really mind all that much. So for my order, I purchased 6 brittles. Since I purchased during the month of May, I believe the owner had a 10% off for Mental Health Awareness Month. So at the time that I placed the order, they were $10.75, but with 10% off, that's a little bit less. She recently had to up her prices because, you know, everything's going up. So I believe that now the brittles cost, I want to say $11. So yes. Kevin's Fruity Madness is the first one that I picked up. Let's see fragrance notes. It's a little bit hard to read. It looks like it says crunchy berries, fresh picked strawberries, Skittles, and Starburst candy. Ooh, everything that I enjoy. It's really pretty, like mauvey purple color. So let me go ahead and open this and tell you what I think about it. But first, here is how the brittles look like. I think I'll probably use 2 pieces for each of my warmers. I tend to only use like 0.5 to 0.8 ounces in my room, and I don't like to have more than 1 warmer just because I feel like I get a good feel of how strong a scent is if I just use 1 versus several warmers. I think that the main note that I get is a mixture between the crunch berries, which leans slightly cereal-like, mixed in with the candy. So the Skittles and the Starburst are kind of overwhelming the berry notes that I get, which is coupled in with the strawberries. I think I would describe this as like a candy dominant scent. So oddly enough, I'm getting like a slight grape note to this, which I do enjoy grape fragrances. So I'm wondering which Skittles, or if it's like the Skittles, like just the original Skittles, you know, with the red, green, purple. I'm getting a lot of, I would say maybe the purple one, because I do pick up a slight grape nuance to this. And it's pretty strong as well. So that is the first brittle piece, Kevin's Fruity Madness. Really excited to try that out because I feel like candy leaning blends are great year round. So let's go on to the next wax piece. Ooh, this is so fun unraveling all the brittles like this. Next, we have Blackberry Disneyland. Ooh, this one looks so cool. So I do know that Disneyland is, did I say Disneyland? Disneyland is a popular blend, but this one is mixed in with more blackberries, or it has an added blackberry note. So fragrance notes are blackberries, let's see, cotton candy, strawberries, pineapple creamsicle, lemonade, and whipped cream. So, all right, let's go ahead and open this. But first, let me show you how the brittle looks like because they're really pretty. I love this like marbled look to the wax. So I'm not picking up a lot on the blackberry notes. I think that the main notes that I smell are the pineapple, lemonade. Yeah, the pineapple and the lemonade notes, but there is a bit of this like creaminess to it, kind of like Dole Whip-esque or Dole Whip-like. So I think that for this one, yeah, I think the blackberry, I don't know, I kind of would want to smell Disneyland, which is one of the scents that is going to arrive maybe within the next month or so. I wonder how this one compares to just the regular Disneyland. But yeah, this is a great scent to warm right now when it's starting to get really hot. I don't know. I like the summer, but I don't like it when it's scorching hot. And over here, it's not humid, which I'm thankful for, but it's just a bunch of dry heat on your face. So I think out of these two, I like Blackberry Disneyland slightly more than Kevin's Fruity Madness. All right, going on to the next one. If you can see right there, we have Unskinny Bop. I wanted to say pop so badly. Notes of beach nights, sugar cookies, marshmallow, cotton candy, and Twinkies. So this one, I think the note that intrigued me the most was the Twinkie note because growing up, that's one of my favorite, I would say like gas store treats that my mom would sometimes give me. So, okay, let me go ahead, smell this one. I don't want to mess up the brittle, so I think I'll stop taking them out. All right, you know what? Let me just take it out. Why not? So you can get a feel for how this looks like. Ooh, so I mainly pick up the Beach Nights blend, and this is a really good take on that Bath and Body Notes scent that hasn't been brought back recently. I believe it came out in 2016. And then a few years ago, it came back during SAS. Everyone loved it, and now they're requesting it again. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of the beach nights. I can't necessarily say that I can pick up cotton candy, but maybe it's just adding more sweetness to the marshmallows. Yeah, potentially. The Twinkie, I mean, I feel like Twinkies are similar to marshmallows, so maybe this is just adding a more cozy feel to it. Yeah, but I really like the beach nights in here. I know sometimes beach nights blends can lean a little bit more salty, and while the salt note is present, it's not making this lean too aquatic. I feel like that gourmandness from the marshmallows is still there. Yeah, I really like this one as well. All right, let's go on to the next one. Here we have American Honey, notes of yellow cake mix, strawberries topped with sweet sugary frosting. So I really like yellow cake mix. My mom likes adding, I think, cream cheese and like other like Nesquik chocolate powder. So yellow cake, I prefer that over the regular white cake. Ooh, and look at this one. Yeah, this is more of my alley because I feel like I like contrasting colors a little bit more. And it goes really well with the label as well, the other ones too. So let's see. This smells really authentic to me. I do get that yellow cake mix note, which I'm really happy. I don't think it smells like yellow cake that's already cooked. It smells more of that batter that you shouldn't, have when it's still raw or uncooked. And the strawberry note is really pretty. I'm kind of smelling a little bit of the bag, which I don't want to take this out fully. But the strawberries, it's kind of like a mixture of not fresh strawberries, but ones that are like syruped or like strawberry jam almost. Yeah, this is a really good combination. I can't wait to warm this in my either my hot plate, my Scentsy warmer, or my tea light. But yeah, this one is super decadent, super realistic. Next, we have Big Bird's Birthday, notes of cotton candy, lemon curd, and birthday cake. And the reason why I picked this one up, I was down between this one and lemon cookies, I believe. But I wanted to go for this one because I feel like it had added sweetness. Plus, with the birthday cake, I thought it'd be a for sure win. So let me go ahead and show you this one because this one looks definitely colorful. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, this is so pretty. The yellows, the pinks, and the slight blues. So this one, I really like it because I love lemon fragrances. So that lemon curd note is very much so at the forefront. I would say just beware if you're very picky with lemon scents. I like any type of lemon, where that be like fresh lemons, like in a lemonade, lemon gourmand, even lemon cleaner. I think this is one of the scents that can teeter on the line. And I think it's just because how punchy that lemon note is. So if you think about it, I'm going to reference Bath and Body Works again. I would say it's similar-ish to the lemon note that's used in limoncello. And even though there's birthday cake listed, I don't really pick up on that. If anything, it's just like lemon curd with a little bit, like a touch more sweetness, but it's still slightly, or like, what did I say? Sharp. Yeah. So this one, I enjoy it, but because I love lemon fragrances. Okay. And the last one we have is almond croissant. Let's see. It says notes of flaky croissant filled with almond cream, topped off with toasted sliced almonds and powdered sugar. So this one, I'm not familiar with Scentsy. I believe they had an almond croissant. Bath and Body Works has one as well. I personally love almond fragrances. So when I saw that Sassy Girl Aroma offered one, I had to try it out. I love all the shades of browns in here. Okay, I think out of all of the brittles that I ordered, I think almond croissant is my least favorite. And the reason is because I don't get much of a like a flaky croissant. It doesn't smell too buttery. This one, I feel like if you enjoy more the one from Bath and Body Works, tone down the sweetness, and you add more of that toasted almonds on top. So I personally like my almonds slightly more buttery. Yeah, like less like toasted almonds. This reminds me more of almonds that are kind of fresh and you keep slicing them and then like that almond juice comes out a little bit. Yeah, so I think this one, I'd probably just mix it in with something. Again, if you dislike overly sugary scents, I think that this one might be more up your alley. So I think for me, I'm going to probably blend this with, let me think, probably like a cinnamon candle that I have from Bath and Body Works. And you're like, well, why are you keeping on mentioning Bath and Body Works? I have way too many candles from them. So that's no problem there. So yeah, I can get like a plain, even like vanilla bean. I can mix this with cinnamon spice vanilla and we can go ahead, call it a day because sometimes burning candles just, the maintenance is a little bit too high. So that's one good thing about brittles. So yeah, that was everything that I picked up during this particular haul. Once again, I have maybe like 3 more orders to go. I'm really tempted to place another order, but I haven't warmed not one scent. So maybe I should get to warming. So yeah, in order of least favorite to most favorite, we have almond croissant. And just because that's more of a like a preference thing, let's see, it's gonna get a little bit harder as it goes along. Oh gosh, do I like all of them? Yeah, I think I like all the rest, but okay. Easier question. Which one is my favorite? And I think it'd have to be Blackberry Disneyland just because I really like fragrances that incorporate a bunch of like summer fruits. I think pineapple, creamsicle. And I like having that year round just because I think it's not too heavy. Next, we have, oh, you know, right below or behind Blackberry Disneyland, we have Big Bird's birthday, but I could see how some people might want to purchase that expecting one fragrance and then get something else. Let's see, Kevin's Fruity Madness. I'll do that slightly after Almond Croissant. And I think that was mainly because of one of the notes in here. Yeah, and I think that's mainly because of that like grape note that's not listed, but that I am getting. And then I would probably say tied in the middle because they're both pretty good. We have Unskinny Pop and American Honey. Yeah, I think if you like beach nights, I think that Sassy Girl Aroma has a really good blend. And also Bath & Body Works isn't bringing back beach nights. You know what? I don't think it ever came out in a candle even during the original launch. So yeah, if you're missing beach nights, Sassy Girl Aroma is the way to go. So yeah, that is everything that my free sample. So yeah, that is everything that I got during this small haul. Let me know if you have any recommendations or what are your opinions on any of the scents that I picked up. I would say out of all of these, there's not one that's a blatant no or I need to declutter. Again, I pretty much like all of these except for maybe Almond Croissant, but then again, I feel like there are some wax pieces that you just mix with other things and then you can create your own perfect blend. So yeah, that is it. Overall, my experience ordering from the shop. Again, there was just a little bit of confusion because, again, I don't have Facebook, so I wouldn't know when certain pre-orders close and like if there's any announcements of like we're shipping this number to this number. And also the wax pieces. Let's see, does it list the size? Yeah. Oh, I think initially I put 6.7. These are 6.3. And for some reason, I couldn't find that on the website. But now that I know, I'll just make a mental note of that. But as far as trying to find that on the website, that was a little bit hard initially. So yeah, that is everything that I got. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.